Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Kat, and this is a 30-minute practice for our lower body. So, welcome. We'll start in our easy seated pose, our cross legged pose. And as you come into your seat, please bring the palms of your hands together and gently rub them just to create some warmth, a little bit of movement, and a little bit of sound. All things that can very nicely welcome us into our practice, bring us into our body, into this moment and this community. And then bring your hands to stillness. Bring the palms of your hands to your leg and gently press down, just enough to ground your legs. Notice any sensations in your legs, in your sit bones and hips. Noticing your feet, your ankles, your shins and calves, your knees and thighs and hips. Notice the warmth of your hands against your legs. And as you continue to gently press down through your hands, press your shoulder blades back and then down, lifting up the crown of your head, feeling the support of that strong foundation of your legs. And from here, bring your focus to your breath. Simply notice, be curious, observe your breath. No need to change it, just notice. Continuing to breathe just so. Begin to alternate which hands you're pressing into your legs. So it's a very subtle movement. So just gently press your right hand down and then gently press your left into your legs, going back and forth as you continue to breathe. And this can be at any pace and any amount of pressure, just enough to notice your legs, what it feels like to go back and forth, any shifts in your breath as you come into this space and this practice. And then, as any other thoughts or emotions come up, notice them, maybe with a little gratitude, but then come back to this awareness, this practice. Just noticing your hands on your legs, gently pressing one hand in and then the other, and your breath. All right, for our final exhale here, go ahead and press both hands in, lift your shoulders up towards your earlobes. Inhale, and then exhale. Roll your shoulders back and down. Go ahead and extend your legs out and give them a bit of a shake. So just bending one knee and then the other. And then go ahead and ground the soles of your feet to your mat or to your floor, to your home, to your carpet, wherever you are. Inhale and reach your fingertips forward. Lift the center of your chest. And then as you exhale, round your spine and come all the way down to your back. Step the soles of your feet towards your sit bones, and then bring the big toe edge, the inside edge of your feet together to touch, and allow your knees to come out to either side, coming into a supine bound angle or a butterfly pose. And then again, bring your hands to your thighs, just gently pressing down. Not enough to move your legs, but just enough to be aware of your legs, to notice the sensation of your hands against your legs and your legs against your hands. More of a cue to allow your legs to ground down. Soles of your feet together. And we'll just be here for a minute, but you can always place a pillow under each knee just for extra support, extra connection to the ground. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath here. And then as you inhale, bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. Lift your knees up and bring the soles of your feet back to the ground. And we'll have them about hip distance apart. And then go ahead and place your hands down either side of your hips. Take a moment and move your shoulders away from your earlobes. And tuck the front of your pelvis so that you can feel the length of your spine grounded down. Then press the soles of your feet into the ground and lift your hips into bridge pose. Bring your hands together, palms together, interlace your fingers, and press your knuckles towards your heels. Notice your breath, your feet, your hands, and your shoulders, the back of your head, everything grounding down while you lift your hips up, expanding across the front of your body, and breathe. One more round of breath here. Inhale. And then release your hands. Bring the palms back down to the ground either side of you so you can press down as you slowly come out of this pose. And then step your feet wider than your hips and bring your knees together to touch. Or you can place a book or a blanket or a pillow between your legs. And just pause here. Exhale. And inhale to bring your feet back to hip distance apart, knees up. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. You can use your hands to guide them in. Point your toes. And then releasing your hands, begin to move your legs as if you were pedaling a bike. Start slowly. If you're churning up the air around you, moving through your hips and knees, pressing out through the tips of your toes. And then it's your choice, the size of the circles your legs are making, the pace you're moving in. Think about what would balance your experiences this morning if something slower would feel nurturing, calming. Do that. Something a little faster would feel energizing, getting you ready for the day. Please do that. And take pauses, take breaks as needed, just by bending your knees and bringing your feet back to the ground. You need to notice some warmth in your lower abdomen. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your knees in towards your chest. Create circles with your ankles in one direction and then the other. A little roll side to side. And then extend your legs long. Go ahead and roll onto one side or the other, and we'll press up to come back to a seat. This time we'll go ahead and take our legs wide. They don't need to be any wider than is workable, is comfortable. Just enough where you can still feel your sit bones grounded. You're always welcome to place a towel or blanket or pillow under your sit bones. Lift your toes up and just check in. Enough width that you notice the pose, that it holds your attention, but not so wide that it's not reasonably easeful that you can't be here for a minute. And we'll start by grounding our palms down, bowing a bit forward, and just pausing here, pressing through your heels, continuing to breathe. 3 more rounds of breath here. And then walk your hands back. Lift up. Bring your fingertips forward, not quite touching, but close. And gently bend your elbows and lift your arms up overhead. Inhale here. And then turn towards the left. So left rib cage back, right rib cage forward, but keep grounding down through your right leg. And as you exhale, forward fold here. Coming down any amount, but you're going to bring your hands down to the ground as well. And then as you inhale, ride your inhale to come up. Turn. So this time, right rib cage back, left rib cage forward. Ground your left leg down. Press it down as you come down over your right leg. Any amount for the forward fold, and then bring your hands down and lift them up again. Turn back to the left. We'll keep going just so. Exhaling to come down. Your hands can come to the ground where they can touch your legs. Greet them. A little gratitude, a little love. Come back. Up. Turn. Exhale, forward fold. Any amount. Pressing through the other leg. So you're staying grounded through both sides. And then again, go with the pace of your breath this morning. Exhaling down, landing down at the very base of your exhale. Coming up slowly, slowly. So you come up right at the moment you're finishing your inhale, fully inhale, and then exhale. We'll do 3 more each side. Last round of breath here. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Pause. Then go ahead and bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot into your left leg wherever it lands. And then bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg, again, wherever it lands. And it's there just to put some a gentle reminder to your leg to stay engaged. Lift your toes up, maybe a little bit out to the left. So it's just there to remember, keep your leg engaged. And then with your right hand, sweep it back and you bring it to the small of your back. So just, I'll turn for a second so you can see. So just bringing it here, just pressing in to the base of your spine. And then go ahead and again, roll your right rib cage back, left rib cage forward, and bring your left ear towards your left shoulder and breathe. Take breaks as needed. Two more rounds of breath. And press your legs down to rise up. We'll switch legs. So go ahead and extend the right leg. Bring your left sole into your right leg and then right hand on your leg. Little reminder, lift up the toes, press them to the right. Press through your right heel. And then reach your left hand back to the small of your back. Lift up through the crown of your head. Open to the left. And then right ear towards your right shoulder. And breathe. One more round of breath here. Slowly, slowly lift up. We'll come back down to our back. So again, plant the soles of your feet, bend your knees, reach forward, lift your gaze. And exhale, round your spine and come down. And then when you do, step your right foot over to the right, just so it's a little bit out from the line of your hip. And then step your left foot so your left ankle is on top of your right. Reach your arms up overhead and bring them over to the right as well. So we're creating like a crescent moon or a banana shape. And then press your hips to the left. Ground your left and right hip down equally. And breathe. Exhale here. Then bring your hands up through center so they're just over the crown of your head. Step your left foot out to the left, so beyond your hip, and then right ankle on top of left ankle, and then pull your arms over as you press your hips to the right and breathe. Come back through center first with your hands, and then bring your legs back as well. Go ahead and bring your arms down. Place your hands just on your hips or your low abdomen. And cross right ankle over left and pause here. And as we're here, take a moment and look around your space just from where you are, noticing the colors and the textures on the walls or ceiling. Noticing the light, noticing the pattern of shadows, any places where light is reflected. Noticing the sounds, maybe noises nearby, whether outside the room you're in or outside the window even, traffic or birds, wind. Noticing the sounds of the space you are in, the movement of air, any other people or creatures. Noticing the sound of your breath, your body in this moment, in this space, with this community. Noticing the sensation of your breath against your hands, expanding as you inhale, nourishing your body. Exhaling, letting go, radiating out. Noticing the gentle pressure of your right ankle on your left. Noticing all the points where your legs touch, the sensation of your clothes, of the floor underneath your legs, underneath your hips, your spine, your head, your arms. And then when you are ready, you can just go with your intuition on this one. Simply uncross your legs, create some space between them, and bring your hands down either side of your body. And pause here. Again, looking around the space you're in or allowing your eyes to gently close. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath here. When you next inhale, reach your arms up overhead, stretch from your fingers out through your toes. Inhale and then exhale. And release. Let go of that stretch. Gently roll over to one side or the other. And then press down, come up. Slowly, slowly, take your time. Come back to our easy seat. Hello. And again, just as at the beginning, go ahead and rub your hands together, gently creating some warmth. You can do so with your feet too. I know this is the first morning we're laying in our final resting pose. I felt a little chilly. The air is cooling a bit. And the squirrels outside the studio are definitely at work gathering all the things. They were making a racket while we were practicing. So, with some warmth in your hands, go ahead and bring them back down to your legs. Again, gently press down with your legs. Reach up through the crown of your head, and we'll pause here just to notice. Just notice your breath. Spend one more minute here in this practice, in this space, this time you've created for yourself to be able to, and what a thing to be grateful for, to have a few minutes where you can recognize those thoughts and feelings, but allow them to step aside for a moment, so you can just be here in this moment, noticing your breath, knowing yourself, getting to know yourself, just with loving awareness. And as you exhale, next, reach your arms out. Then inhale, bring your hands, palms into the center of your chest. Inhale here. And exhale. And we will close our practice here. I wish you all have a good day. Thank you for coming and being here this morning. If you're watching later, thank you for coming by and practicing as well, grounding down through your low body. So grateful for this community, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.